Hello guys and welcome to our brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 episode number 8 reaction. Okay, the previous episode it was basically the calm before the storm. So the previous episode was divided in two parts. The first part was Mekamaru versus Mahito and Geto. And yeah, it looked really like I from the beginning I had no hope for Mekamaru surviving, but by the middle of it there was a part of me that thought maybe he might be able to survive because he was actually doing pretty well. And kind of like like it seemed like he had a few trump cards that he pulled out which kind of worked, but by the end of it Mahito just completely like tricks him and defeats him. So yeah, it's like he falls, and that is it for Mekamaru. As far as I think that's what happened. And yeah, there you go. And then there was the whole thing that is whatever is going to happen in Shibuya. They have been talking about this for like from season one, and it's finally happening. So what basically happened is like a wheel is like all over Shibuya. People have been trapped there. They cannot go out, but like sorcerers can come in and go out. People can come in, but they cannot go out. So that is what's happening, and like people don't know what to do. The Jujutsu Sasas they're thinking what to do, and Gojo is in. He comes in, and he's going to handle this whole situation. It seems like, and all the other teams are like ready to like go in and be deployed, but Gojo's the one who gets in, and he's going to like start everything. I'm guessing, which kind of is, I guess you could say, very reassuring because it's Gojo. But at the same time, the fact that Gojo is participating in this from the beginning, it gives us a little bit of a premonition as to what's going to happen, how crazy this will be. Because Gojo up until now has never been in a situation from the beginning because he's so strong he can just easily solve it. The fact that he's here from the beginning is kind of concerning because that would mean this is going to be crazy. So let us see what happens. Yeah, episode 8. Let's get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, the cosplay. Oh. Goda's just sitting there. Centered underneath here, that also translates. Oh, okay. Um, Interesting. Trapping non non like sorcerers cannot get in. I think that's what he said. That is why. Okay. Who is that? Who are you? His brother? Her brother or something? Wait, he just he just okay. Yep, sister. Yeah. Some ordinary guy. Ui Ui. Wait, his name is Ui Ui? What? Okay. Alright. Yeah, whatever. Oh, she's Mame and he's Ui Ui. I see. I was like, what? Like, what type of name is Ui Ui? Oh, well, Yuji can run. We've seen him. He has broken so many records. Okay. Yeah, they allowed Gojo to come in. Right. Wait, who's that? A new character? The Shibuya incident. Alright. I can recognize that little kid now is her brother. There's that guy. The one with, okay. Hmm. Wheel to keep ordinary people trapped, causing the trials on level. Within that is under. Oh. Between the two, okay. Yeah, why? Yeah, wouldn't it be that be better? I see, that makes sense. Hmm. Um. Oh. Oh god. Well, Mahito's doing it, obviously. Wait, are those like Shikigami or something? Yeah. Oh, those are Mei's. Okay, I forgot. No, no, she's scouting. Yeah. Hey yo, what the hell? Okay. Also. Yeah, he's obviously like he knows. He's gonna do. Yeah. Before. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, they weren't able to go that far. Oh, okay, okay, that's why. Okay. Yeah, Mahito's there. Yep. Patch face. Yeah, there you go. That's before. 7 to be. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I doubt that's going to happen, but oh boy. Oh, well, yeah, Jujutsu. I don't think so. Oh, uh, yeah, you're a freaking grasshopper. He's a grasshopper, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, he didn't know his name. That makes sense. No, I. Yeah, obviously not. Not this grasshopper. He's just like a guard. Okay. Ah! God damn. Well, take a nap. Damn, he broke the whole wall. Yeah, grasshopper, cuz. What is. He literally said what I. Well, he looks like a grasshopper. What else could he be? Oh, okay. That's. Alright, whatever. Last girl is after. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. God damn. Ugh. That is nasty. Yeah, but this is only one. What can one do? Boy. Ah! Oh my god, it's flying now. Okay, that is just. Oh, yo, get that out of the. What? Yeah. Oh my god, shut up. Yeah, this is probably the 10th time you told that you're clever. Yeah, yeah. Well, sorry to break your fantasy, but you're not clever, unfortunately. But there's two more hand. Oh damn. Well, he's parrying pretty easily, so damn, he's not even breaking a sweat. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, no, 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 no. God damn. Wow, the noise. It's like a machine gun. Is like, damn. Well, there you go. Uh, all right, go back home. Yeah, this is what you try. Uh, oh my god. Ah! Hey yo! Okay, that looks so weird. Oh! Oh my god! Ah! Well, yeah, he was eating while we came here. Well, there you go. God. Oh, wait, he was the. Okay, so that was the. Okay, okay, I see. I thought that was a cool guy. Well, it was a. Yeah. Ooh, really? Yeah. So it wasn't him. What? Okay. Oh my god, I feel like this is a trap or something. Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Control. Oh no. Okay, so this was their plan. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. So that was why they. Oh, well, I still think it'll be difficult to. Oh God, they're just blood manipulation. Oh yeah, well, that is limitless. You guys think that'll work? Not. What the? Yeah, what is? Oh boy, but domain amplification. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. That would allow their attacks to hit me. Oh, I. Anyone he touches. If he does have this one. Number of nonsense. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Yeah. They need to. It's kind of weird. You can't win it. Yeah. That they also need to kind of keep them alive. Otherwise, Satoru will just. Oh. These guys are too cocky. Baldy. Damn. He's sweating. Prison realm? What? Oh, wait, I remember they said something about this in season 1 at the very first episode. You remember? He had like a some kind of an artifact or whatever. Yeah, I remember. Geto had something. And he was talking with Jogo about like using that on Satoru or something. By prison realm, I'm guessing it's something that's going to seal Gojo or something, like put him in a prison. And I completely forgot about it. They mentioned they just like said that in the first episode of season 1. They like went in a cafe and like were talking about that, and they really didn't do anything after that. So I completely forgot about it. Oh, I see. So they need to keep Gojo occupied so that Geto can use this thing. Okay. Okay. There you go. That was this episode. Right. So first of all, let's talk about this episode as a whole. So as a whole, this was an episode which begun the whole thing, the whole Shibuya incident, as they call it, and it was divided into two parts. The first part was Yuji, and we see his growth a little bit, and then the final section, the little bit part in the end, we get to see the plan for that Jogo and everyone came up with to kind of keep Gojo a little bit busy for 20 minutes so that Geto can do this whatever thing that he's planning. So that was this episode. And okay, few explanations were given here. I'm going to, in the deep discussion part, I'm going to go to that part and read it one after the other because a few things again went over my head. I wasn't able to concentrate since I was reacting to it. So I'll have to go and read that part properly to understand, I guess you could say, the theory of the techniques that they were talking about. Okay, but other than that, yeah, like this is just a whole plan that they made to trap Gojo, I guess. So okay, I see. I can see what's going on. So this is basically this whole thing that they have been planning is actually a plan to kind of put Gojo in a difficult situation so that they can take care of him. Now, obviously, Gojo is probably the strongest sorcerer out of everyone. So actually kind of taking care of him is a big deal. So for that, they will have to go through a lot of plans. And that is basically what's happening. And it's like have a lot of plans. The first thing that we saw is that one of the biggest reasons why they brought the people, the ordinary people, and trapped them here is literally because they want to use them against Gojo. And for that they also need to keep them alive and keep them not going, like, not running away. So that's why the wheel and everything and Gojo is in here. So that's like the first step of this whole thing. And even though it seems Gojo is saying that, oh, you think this is going to like stop me, yeah, but I feel like they all they need to do is like stop him and stall him for a bit of time. So if Gojo can instantly like wipe all of them out in like a few seconds, then it'll all work out. Geto's plan will fail. Otherwise, every single minute that is getting wasted here is kind of progressing their plan. So yeah, and I feel like these three, like these, I don't know who the other guy is. He's a completely new character, I think. That guy with the hair like in two buns. He Jogo and Hanami. Yeah, in no way are they any match for Satoru. So, but still, it's like, like it seems like Geto has a plan, which is kind of concerning, and it seems like he's pretty confident that this will work. So let's see. Like the biggest problem here is obviously the ordinary people, the human beings that are here. Like they're like the biggest problem. So let's see what happens. Okay, that was like all about Gojo. Now for Yuji, we can see that Yuji have really like improved a lot. He at the beginning he wasn't even using his cursed power. He was just punching the grasshopper, and with that only he was able to like almost defeat it, but then in the end he just like destroys it by the end of it and didn't even break a sweat as we saw. So this grasshopper, I don't know which like stage it was in, which grade it was. I think it was it like second grade or like first grade or something like that. Whatever grade it was pretty strong, because even Mahito was like, oh, like some whoever came and like defeated it was definitely a strong sorcerer. I wanted to fight that person, whoever it was. Which probably means this grasshopper was actually quite strong, because like to be honest, I looked at the grasshopper and I'm like, what the hell, like he's the guard here, like he doesn't seem that strong. But from the looks of it and from the way Mahito kind of said like, oh yeah, he must be strong, whoever came and defeated him, makes me think probably the grasshopper was quite strong. Even though it didn't really seem like that, because Yuji just defeated him without even breaking a sweat. Oh, even May said something like, damn, you actually defeated it so like easily. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, that grasshopper probably was quite strong, which it doesn't seem like that, seeing how easily Yuji defeated it. But it probably was. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, like here we get to see Yuji's, I guess you could say, growth. And yeah, I doubt a grasshopper can hold a candle to Mahito. But like the main thing will happen when Yuji will probably fight Mahito. Because here's the thing, I'm pretty sure Yuji will probably fight Mahito here. Like that's what I think. Like there's this whole thing that has been building up, Mahito versus Yuji. Like Mahito, did that whole thing with that guy. What's his name? Junichi, I think. Yeah, and like they have like that whole Yuji hates him because of that, and like that whole thing that happened. So it seems like this is literally going in a direction where it'll be Yuji versus Mahito. So I'm pretty sure Mahito will ultimately be fighting Yuji. So is he ready for Mahito? That's the question. He was able to fight Mahito pretty like closely, like almost like in the same power level before in season 1. So seeing how he has improved this much here makes me think that yeah, maybe he will be able to somehow overpower Mahito. But Mahito also have grown. You've seen like the battle against Mekamaru. He did quite a lot, and he can even use his domain now. So that's the thing. And yeah, so let's wait and see. And over there, I feel like the final, like Gojo will be fighting all of them. Like Mahito will probably be fighting Yuji, while Gojo will be fighting these three first, and then probably Geto. So let's wait and see what happens, and how this goes. But for now, yeah, things seem a little bit concerning, because it seems like Jogo and all of them have a plan, but will it work against Gojo Satoru? So let's wait and see. Alright, that was this whole episode. Okay, so let us go step by step. Let me switch to a deeper way of discussion. In the beginning, we get to see Satoru comes in, and Satoru is just there sitting. I love the fact that he's just sitting there on top of the thing, and nobody's really looking at him, because everyone thinks he's cosplaying. Because everyone's literally cosplaying here. And he's just there like sitting. Okay, here, I'm going to read this part. There's another wheel centered underneath, okay, here, that also traps non-sorcerers inside. Okay. So there is a wheel outside which traps non-sorcerers. There's a wheel inside as well which traps non-sorcerers. Okay. Right. So Satoru comes down and starts walking over them. So I'm guessing that's the wait. Was that the wheel? I don't know. But no, it shouldn't be, because sorcerers are allowed, aren't they? Only non-sorcerers aren't allowed to come out. They can come in though. And sorcerers can come in and go out. So, oh, I'm guessing that was just Gojo just floating, or was it? I'm not really sure. Right, either way, he's like, alright, I feel like I have an idea what they're trying to do, but I'll play along. So while all of this is happening, over there, Mei Mei is there with her brother Ui Ui, and uh, Yuji's paired up with them. Like Ui, like, oh, that was Mei Mei's axe thing that she carries. He gives the axe to Yuji and puts like a handkerchief so that Mei Mei can sit. Okay, so they're like, we aren't going to be going towards, like Gojo's like place. We'll be going on a different place. I think that's what it says. Just a minute. Yeah, they're making Gojo Sensei do this alone. I understand the logic, but there's something we can do too. Okay. There. Okay. That is why we are heading to Shibuya now. Okay. Right. Anyways, whatever. Over there, the whole Wee is like, oh, you should be grateful that my bigger sister is my elder sister is like, pairing up with you. Be grateful. This part's funny. She's like, like, you are. She says ui yatsu, which I'm guessing translates like very adorable or very like, like um cute or something like that. Yeah. So that's why ui, I guess that's his name. Is that why? I don't know. ui. Okay, wait a minute. Let me read. Mei Mei grade 1 Jutsu Sorcerer. Ui, and then Yuji Itadori promotion evaluation postponed. Okay. What you love isn't family, but work relations treated as family relations. What? Alright, whatever, these two. So, wait, so there's a few parts that kind of confuse me in this episode. Like, that's why I'm going step by step. Another V like the one over Shibuya has lowered over Meiji Shrine Station. Okay, that's why they're going over there. So yeah, they're going in a different place, not to Shibuya. We are heading to that one. And then they start running. Okay, while over there, Satoru comes down. And yeah, these three are waiting. Jogo, Hanami, and this guy, whoever he is. Okay, so right, so in the other place where Yuji and Mei Mei, all of them went. Okay, that says that there's a wheel to keep ordinary people trapped inside, covering the entire underground subway station, and within that, there's another wheel centered around the platform. On the level B5 that prevents sorcerers from entering. Yeah, this episode is a bit confusing. I feel like I have to go again. Like, wait a minute. Oh boy. There's a wheel to keep ordinary people trapped inside, covering the entire underground subway station. All right. Ordinary people are trapped over there. Within that, there's another wheel centered around the platform. On the level B5 that prevents sorcerers from entering. Okay, so there's two wheels. One wheel outside, which is not letting ordinary people go out, and then there's another one inside, which are stopping sorcerers from entering. So this is like, okay, I see. So this is happening in Yuji's, the place where Yuji went to. We believe the cursed spirit or the cursed users who lower these wheels is located somewhere between the two. So obviously it's confusing. They're like, wait, between them, wouldn't it be better if they're like almost at the core? Yeah, but then the girl is like, oh, we believe they're most likely taking on the risk of being outside, so that a wheel as well in order to strengthen the barrier, which makes sense because if sorcerers cannot get in, the cursed, whoever's making these wheels shouldn't be inside it. Otherwise, it's going to lower the defense, wouldn't it? That's why they're like outside. 2 of our assistant supervisors have already been taken out. Also, in between the barriers, there are people who have been transformed, like, those transfigured people. So here, obviously, even Yuji thought that it was Mahito over there. Turns out it wasn't. It was some other random grasshopper. So Meme does a little bit of a recon with the crows, and the crows gets attacked and killed. I'm guessing the grasshopper did it. So Meme is like, oh, what do you want to do? Killing lots of weak transfigured humans or the people? Person who did it, the curse who did it. And she's like, oh, I know your answer already. So you go ahead. I'm going to go from this direction, you're going to go from that direction, and we meet up. So she gives a brief, a briefing of the whole thing. It's like B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5. Okay, attacking normal people here on level B4. Okay, the majority of normal people are probably on the train platform on level B5. So the crows I used are imbued with cursed energy, so they couldn't go in there. Okay, I'm guessing they're forcing normal people to flee to B5 and serving them up. My crows are okay, so yeah, they're chasing them down and they're getting trapped there. And okay, I see. Right, okay. Maybe they're planning to hunt down any common people that come back up, or maybe that has something to do with the wheel's condition. That's why they're in the middle of that place, the person who made the wheel. So Yuji's like, oh, so that cursed patchwork guy is there, isn't he? Even I thought that was Mahito because it was transfigured humans, like we saw those guys. So they're like, all right, let's do it. Meme goes from one direction. 2 of us will take exit E7, exit 7 directly to B4 and rescue the civilians. Yeah. Okay, while Yuji goes from the other direction and takes care of that curse, So, and she's like, if things get too dangerous, you head down there as well. Like Meme was like, yeah, if things go too crazy, you also come down. But it didn't come to that point because Yuji himself took care of it. But yeah, so but at that point, everyone thought it was Mahito, so it was pretty obvious that Meme was like, yeah, he might be in trouble. But it wasn't really Mahito, so it was fine by the end of it. But Yuji's like, yeah, it won't come to that. I won't lose anymore. So Yuji comes down and sees this freaking grasshopper eating and talking about, he's like, oh, I use this Jujutsu sorcerer. Can't even speak properly. Obviously, because he's a grasshopper. So, and he's like, oh, I'm clever one. Are you clever? And Yuji asks, do you know the patch-faced guy? And he's like, patch-faced? What's that? And he's like, patch, stitches. And he's like, oh, I know that. Don't insult me. I know that much. And he's like, oh, I don't know about Mahito. No, wait. He says, wait a minute. No. He says something else. Oh, he says Mahito is below. Yeah, I'm here protecting the V. Okay, so Yuji sees that there's something over there. Yeah, and he says that he did say he was protecting the wheel, which makes that object very suspicious. That thing, that thing that was there just behind him. And he's like, I'm going to destroy it. So Yuji starts just punching him normally without even using any cursed power and breaks the wall and he falls down. However, the grasshopper is like, oh, I'm clever. You're not clever, are you? And he's like, oh, you know who I am? And he's like, yeah, you're a grasshopper, aren't you? And he's like, oh, you might actually be smart, Okay, and then they give us a little bit of information about locusts as to what they do. And, they go in and they have to consume, their amount of weight of food every day. And the noise that they make while eating. And after they, go through everything, they leave and leave, like a sticky remain or whatever. Stuff like that. And this thing is pretty much the same, even though it's one single grasshopper. He has this crazy jaw and it's munching and eating everything. So even though that is happening, Yuji is pretty easily like dodging it. Okay, and he like brings out his tail sting thing, whatever that is. It looks so weird the way it was positioned. God damn, I was like, what the hell? This is oh god. Anyways, they like they have like a fight, and it seems like Yuji isn't really even like like this isn't even a challenge for Yuji. And he's like, oh, like I'm actually smart, you're not, and like I'm talking about all of that, and Yuji's like, yeah, you know something? The one who calls themselves clever are actually kind of stupid, so you probably are not that clever. Clever people don't need to announce every 2 seconds that they're clever. And he's like, oh, guess, whole shock, like a whole like his whole world turns upside down. He's like, wait, am I not actually clever then? But anyways, Yuji comes in and Yuji's like, you ate people, didn't you? So you should be prepared for whatever's going to come to you. And yeah, here we have like a whole JoJo fight, like the whole we trade blows, like Yuji does the whole, and even though this thing had like 4 arms, and he's like, oh, I have 4 arms, like I should be better than you, but he realizes very soon that even if he has 4 arms, he's not really that, like strong compared to Yuji. Yuji just completely like parries every single blow that he tries to give towards him. And yeah, he falls down, and Yuji's like, okay, Yuji goes to attack him, but then we get to see that they talk about like how they lay eggs. Locusts lay their eggs underground. To facilitate this, they're capable of extending their abdomens, the tips of which are hard. Yeah, and he tried to do the same thing, tried to use it to attack Yuji. This scene looks so freaking weird. I'm like, what the hell is this scene? Oh my god, wow. But Yuji just completely like just broke the whole damn thing. And yeah, he's like, you might have these like 4 arms, this crazy strong tail, but yeah, I'm better than you. So there you go. Through technique and everything, I'm way better than you. So it didn't even matter. And yeah, then he destroyed. He defeated him, and then he destroyed that thing, which was putting on the wheel. So the wheel gets taken out. Mei is like, oh, it's over already. Okay, so his name was Go Guy. Okay, there's one thing I was wondering. I was like, if Mahito was underneath, why didn't he come up? But that's what he says. Like, he wanted to go up, but he couldn't because he has like a certain job to do or something, I'm guessing, as he said. He says like, yeah, that means a skilled sorcerer is here. What a shame. I wanted to fight them too. Yeah, that's why he didn't go up. But I cannot. I have a job to do. Okay. So Mei and all of them, like, usually they come like meet up and they go down. And she's like, oh damn, I thought you were going to like have trouble, but you did it. You're not even breaking a sweat. But Yuji's like, oh no, if it was Mahito, definitely would have struggled. Which is, yeah, I feel the same. I was like, yeah, it was that grasshopper. That's why it probably wasn't that difficult. If it was Mahito, it would have been trouble. But either way, they come down. And yeah, as they say, they came in too late. Mahito's already gone by that time. And there's like this person who's just sitting there, who's just like, I don't know what's happening to them. It's completely like zoned out. While all of this was happening, over there, Gojo, they tries to trap Gojo. And these three have a plan. They're going to try to do it and trap Gojo and take care of him and stall for time. Right. So, okay. Wait. There's this one guy who says, what are those two talking about? Then there's another one who's like, oh, don't you mean 4? Wait a minute. 2. This guy says 2. I can understand the guy saying 4 because he probably has higher spiritual powers. That's why, like he can see all of them. But why did this guy say 2? So wait a minute. Is this guy not a curse? I'm pretty sure Hanami and Jogo are curses. They probably cannot be seen. So this person, the one with the hair thing, is that guy a human? Because otherwise, why would that kid say like, oh, 2 people are talking? He would say like, oh, 1 person is just standing there. Because if that guy was also a curse, then he would only see Gojo. While the other kid saw all 4 of them because he probably has a higher spiritual power. But then the other guy said 2, so that would mean there's 2 humans here. One is Gojo and the other is probably that new guy. So that guy's a human, that guy's not a curse. Yeah, I guess he kind of looks like a human, like now that I think about it. Joko and Hanami doesn't look human. You know what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a human. Because out of all of them, all of these 3, like he looks the most human. So yeah, he's probably a human. Okay, interesting. Alright, now here I'm going to read this part because Geto kind of explains quite a few things here which I need to understand. Do you understand when Gojo Satoru is able to utilize his power to the fullest? Okay, yeah, this part I understood. He says like when he is alone. When he's alone, here we go. And it makes sense because, like he needs to be alone to use his power. Otherwise his power is going to like literally just bring in everyone and like put them in danger. So he works the best alone. And that is what these guys try to do. Like Jogo kind of opens up the gates. All the people just fall down, and there's so many people packed in that they just like start dropping down. A lot of them. Okay, he says whether you run or not, and all the people are just there falling. And Gojo's like, oh, stand back or you'll die. Okay, so they sealed the exit off earlier to create a blind. Oh, so I wouldn't know that there were people on the other side or not. Okay, any Jutsu sorcerer with him is basically just a hindrance. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll go one step lower and completely surround him with non-sorcerers. Yeah, that's what's happening now. Okay, so then I'll start attacking the ordinary people. Jogo starts just burning them. Hanami also starts attacking them. While this guy, he says blood manipulation, sizing exorcism. However, he actually doesn't attack the humans. You can see that, He only uses his blood, which just ignores all the humans and goes towards Gojo only. So obviously, like his limitless stops the blood from attacking him and goes, like deflects it. But then using that opportunity, Jogo and Hanami close in. Okay, they punch him, or tries to at least, doesn't connect. The minimum output for his cursed technique reversal is double that of his amplification. Wait, a minimum output of his curse technique reversal is double than that of... Oh, minimum output is double... Oh, okay. Wait, okay, this line is pretty tricky to understand. Saying the minimum output of his curse technique reversal is double than that of amplification. So, double power of his amplification is literally the least he can do. From that point it increases. So it's not the maximum output but his minimum output. So that's my he cannot put people close to him because they're going to get involved in that whole thing because he cannot limit his power lower than double than that of amplification. Okay, I see. it'll be nearly impossible for him to use it without catching non-sorcerers. There you go. Right. He probably won't be able to change his blue up to an effective output either. It should prove difficult for him to use blue for high speed movement as well. That is why he's literally trapped here with all the non-sorcerers. Okay, it would make him a dump truck as far as non-sorcerers are concerned. Get hit and it's instant death. So in this situation, Satoru Gojo will have to focus his energy on defense. Okay, one thing I need to mention. What is happening in that scene? What is that place? They're all like playing around. Mahito is dancing. Hanami is dancing. It's like random kids playing in a playground. Are those all spirits or something? What's going on? And who is this thing? You see that one thing? I just noticed him. The thing like has like red arms and like a shell. Who is that? Is that one thing that we saw? You remember in season 1, there was that little thing, red thing floating in the water? And every opening we saw that as well. You know, at the opening of season 1, the first opening, we saw that thing floating in water, that red thing. There's that one place, Geto and everyone used to go and chill out in a beach. You remember that beach? There, that red thing would float around. Is this that thing? It got bigger or something like that. Okay. So, right. So there you go. As Geto said, he's going to have to focus on defense. He cannot really use any of his techniques. He cannot use purple. He cannot use blue because it's going to be bad for the non-sorcerers here in this situation. This part is so funny. They actually used the manga panel, like, you know, those bubbles, those clouds, the dialogue bubbles, and go just like and there's like a little, like, you know, like that. That's quite funny. So you see that they use all of their hands to attack him and use domain amplification. Alright, now I need to read here again because Satoru explains what domain amplification is. Okay. So all he does is he just teleports and alright, here we go. He explains. Domain amplification is the same principle as the new Shadow School's simple domain. Okay, simple domain, we saw simple domain, which was Miwa's technique, which even Mekamaru used as far as, you know, in the previous episode. Same principle as that. Okay. They envelop themselves within the domain. While that reduces its guaranteed hit effect, it ensures they neutralize any technique used. Wait, okay, I don't understand this part. Wait a minute. Same principle as in Shadow, okay. Envelop themselves with the domain. Uses the domain to envelop themselves, okay. While that reduces its guaranteed hit effect, it ensures they neutralize any technique used. Okay. That would allow their attacks to hit me. Oh, since it, okay, neutralizes any techniques used. So Limitless will be neutralized, I'm guessing. That's how they'll be able to hit him. Is that what he's saying? I think so. Right, so it says that what would we do about his domain? Infinite Void. Yeah, that's a big problem. The only ones unaffected by Infinite Void are Satoru Gojo himself and anyone he touches. Okay. Even if he does have the skill to selectively trap you all in it. Okay. A great number of non-sorcerers would get crushed. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had to read this whole part. This part was pretty difficult to understand while reacting to it at the same time. I see. I understand. So he says like even if like his domain expansion, like the domain that he uses, if he uses it, you know, first of all, there's a problem with it. The only people he touches will be able to be selectively spared from it. So that's the first problem. Even if he's able to bypass that and somehow are only able to selectively trap you guys, it is still going to make a void, you know, and that is going to trap the other people in that place. This place is packed with people, and if he uses his domain expansion here, it's going to make like a vacuum place, and everyone else will be squashed in the walls. Like they're probably going to die of like oxygen deficiency. So no, that's not happening. He cannot do that. Yeah, he just crush everyone to death in the space left between his domain and the wheel. Chances are 99% he won't use his domain. But that means you mustn't use your domains either. Because yeah, if you draw large amounts of non-sorcerers into your domain, he'll be forced to give up on them and use his too, which makes sense. Like because a lot of people will die either way. So Gojo will be like, yeah, they're going to die either way, so I have to use it. Let me just use it. So unless and until, so they also cannot kill the people. You know, they can like probably kill one or two of them, but majority of them they cannot do anything to them because in case Gojo sees that either way they're killing everyone, so let me use my domain, it'll be troublesome. So they also kind of have to keep the people safe at the end of the day if they need this plan to work. Because they need this plan to work for 20 minutes. Before that, Gojo shouldn't really think that, alright, you know what, things are not going to plan, let me use my domain expansion. If that happens, they'll fail. So he need to they need to kind of keep the situation status quo kind of intact so that they can stall for time. So that's why they cannot really kill the other people. They need to keep them safe as well, kind of. Otherwise, Gojo will all give up and just attack them directly. I see. And you already realize that you cannot win with a tug of war of domains. There you go. So there you go, yeah. At any rate, you need to get Gojo Satoru to focus on defeating cursed spirits and rescuing non-sorcerers. Right, so here one of the guys tries to help one girl and get them out. But Joe kills him and Joe goes, don't run away, I'm telling you not to run. And while all this is happening, Satoru's like, man, you guys, And Joe was getting too cocky. He's like, now who's the boss now? And Gojo's like, yeah, you think so? You think the little clown show that you're performing here, that's going to stop me, you think this will be enough? Yeah, to stop me? You think I don't have any other things up my sleeves? And Jogo is sweating. He's literally a volcano. He's sweating. Good God. Right. So the final thing that Geto said is that after that, it is time, stall them for 20 minutes. After that, it's time for me and the prison realm to do his thing. Yeah. And here we go. Here I just got immediately reminded of the prison realm that was brought up in the first episode of season 1. And they just completely didn't really mention anything about it from that point onwards. So I kind of forgot about it. Now that he talks about the prison realm, I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. There was something like that, wasn't it? We don't know anything after the first episode of season 1, what his plan was involving it. So this was the plan he had. Here he had the plans of using it. I see. And obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone can guess what he's going to use that for. He's probably going to use it to try and somehow trap Satoru over there so that he becomes a non-threat to them. Because yeah, understand, until you somehow is able to kill or defeat Satoru, yeah, in no way can they do anything here in this situation. Because Satoru is literally the biggest problem for this curse and the curse sorcerers. Right, so there you go. That was this episode number 8, yeah, of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below, anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.